problem with white people ever in my life. But full disclosure, the poor whites are my least favorites. We've gotten a lot of trouble out of them. And I've never seen so many of them up close. I looked them right in their coal-smeared faces. And to my surprise, you know what I didn't see? I didn't see one deplorable face in that group. I saw some angry faces and some determined faces, but they felt like decent folk. No, they did. In fact, I'm not even lying, and I didn't sound fucked up, but I felt sorry for them. I know the game now. I know that rich white people call poor white people trash. And the only reason I know that is because I made so much money last year, the rich whites told me they say it at a cocktail party. And I'm not with that shit. And I stood with them in line like all of us Americans are required to do in a democracy. Nobody skips the line to vote. And I listened to them. I listened to them say naive, poor white people things. Man, Donald Trump's gonna go to Washington and he's gonna fight for us. I'm standing there thinking to my mind, you dumb motherfucker. You are poor. He's fighting for me. I must tell you,
Weiscraking show. It is May 29th.
Yes.
9:40. Started a little late.
That's okay.
The first song was Figmo. It was into what was that?
It was Give War a Chance.
Give War a Chance.
By our friends from England.
England.
Right.
Jay Bardsley in England.
Yes.
Shout out to Jay. And the second was friend of the show, the River Monsters, and that was Nightmare, our theme song.
Yes.
So we're thankful to them for that.
Right.
And how are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
So the first thing we should talk about is our weekend and the movie that we saw.
Yes, we saw Deadpool 2.
It was awesome.
We're seeing it again on Saturday.
Yeah, we have to see it again.
That good. Ryan Reynolds was a top pick for, and we went with Marvel guys. We went with comic guys. We went with Matt and Rob. So they were explaining all the different stuff that we saw throughout the movie. But all I got to say is baby legs.
Yeah, well, don't give anything away for people who haven't.
Did you see it?
No, don't give it away.
I won't give it away. But baby legs, you'll know when you see it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, and there's also, I won't say who, but there's also some surprise. What do they call that?
Several cameos of famous people that you don't even know are in the movie until you're like, oh, you know,
there they are.
Oh,
then you're like, wait a second, it was him. Then you really
we had to look it up and find it out who they were.
It really was him. So
yes.
It was Ryan Reynolds was the top pick. It was just such a funny movie.
Yeah, and then we saw it in North Philly.
Yes, we did. We went
over to North Philly, so with Matt and Rob from The Deal.
And there's a new Muppet movie coming out too.
No, that's not. It's not Muppets.
We can't talk about that.
It's not Muppets.
It's
Dirty Muppets.
It's Dirty Muppets, and it looks awesome. It looks
so
hilarious.
he says, right?
Marti was.
I sat there with my hand over my face, like oh my god.
Yeah, it's less Sesame, more Street.
Yes.
And it looked really funny. It looked really good.
Turn your mic this way.
This way a little bit?
Yeah, because you're going in now. Okay.
All right, good.
Yeah.
She said turn my... I don't know. Wrong position. So...
All right, so let's talk about a little bit of news. It's only one day of news because a lot happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, it's day 495 of the Trump administration. I can't even believe we have survived.
Right, not so much.
The first thing is, do you know that 1,475 children are missing?
I do.
They're missing. They were separated from their parents at the border.
1,475, right?
1,475 children are missing. Right.
And no one knows where they came forward and said, we don't know where they are.
Right. And the ones who have the strongest opinions about this happening are the evangelicals.
What do they care?
No. They say that they want this to happen. You know, is the children to be separated from their parents as a deterrent. And these people are coming to the border, you know, for legal status. They're coming there because they're in trouble. They're being chased by gangs. They're not safe in their country, so they're coming for help. Well, and if you ever go to Ellis Island, you know, the whole entire Ellis Island is about, you know, how this country helped people and gave them a place to go.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Well, they're not only Mexicans. I mean,
no, they're from South America, and
it's in terrible shape.
They're running for their lives. You know,
so 1,400 children are gone. They don't know. They apparently lost the papers to figure out where they were placed, and they don't even know if they're in some kind of, you know, some trafficking,
some kind of internment camp, or trafficking or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, the Nazis did the same thing back in World War II.
I know.
So it's just they're just unaccounted for. They don't have any idea where they are.
As of today, the North Korean summit might be back on. We don't know. It's off, it's on.
It's off, it's on.
He breaks up with him before he has a chance to break up.
Right, he sent him a Dear Kim Jong-un letter.
Right. Republican Ryan Costello of Pennsylvania, so, you know, will not seek re-election in November because all I ever do is answer questions about Donald Trump.
We're having a good time, and I have one of my boys here.
This is what he said. He originally announced in March that he would not be running for Congress again this year. No matter what I say or do, Costello said recently, I feel all I do is answer questions about Donald Trump rather than health insurance or tax policy, and he's sick of it.
We had such an amazing victory yesterday. Incredible.
So he's out. Also, Representative Thomas Garrett of Virginia, he's another congressman. He admitted he's an alcoholic. He's not going back either.
The American
he said,
dream.
Unnamed former staffers recently accused Garrett and his wife of mistreating them and making them into their personal slaves while they worked for him. And they insist his departure from politics was spurred solely by his addiction. So...
Sorry.
Oh, you're playing the piano now, David?
I know. My little sound effects went crazy for a minute.
China awarded Ivanka Trump company 7 new trademarks.
China did?
Yeah. Just days before her father vowed to find a way to save the Chinese telecom giant ZTE. We talked about that last time.
We did talk about that last time.
Yeah.
And that's because they donated, what, $500 million?
Well, yes. More than 60 House Democrats are calling for an ethics probe into the extremely short time frame between Trump's pledge to save ZTE and a $500 million loan made by the Chinese government to an Indonesian theme park that includes the Trump Organization properties.
Crooked Hillary
Clinton. Yes,
because
crooked Hillary. So the one thing we talked about today, David, was Trump claimed that Robert Mueller's team will meddle in the midterm elections in favor of Democrats. So they're really putting that seed in there.
They're putting that in there. Just
when they lose the election, which hopefully they do, when they lose the election, that there will be a certain part of our population which won't trust the election results.
So who's interfering in the elections?
Trump claimed that Robert Mueller. Oh. His team. Right.
The story you're about to see is true. The names.
I had to find my Mueller sound effect.
And you may as well do Michael Cohen because, you know, we love Michael Cohen.
Where is he at? Oh, yeah.
Says who?
Giuliani also added to it, saying the Spygate conspiracy theory was part of a public relations campaign
Right.
You know, so he's really been out there, you know, causing that too.
Giuliani is a nutcase. He's no longer the people's mayor anymore. When he came out during the Republican convention,
yeah,
and he was terrorism and did all that thing,
right.
he just
Everybody loved him. You know,
fucking lost his mind. Do you see his teeth? His bottom teeth?
Oh my God!
I
Like
guess
he could only afford top dentures.
When you
and his
talk
bottom
enough,
ones
when
are
you talk
awful.
enough shit, your mouth. That's what your mouth turns into.
So now the last thing we're going to talk about is Roseanne,
No.
who sent out a tweet, and the tweet that she said was about Valerie Jarrett, and what she said was that Valerie Jarrett was if the Muslim Brotherhood and the Planets of the Apes had a baby, you would have Valerie Jarrett.
And what happened to Roseanne?
Well, initially, the first thing that happened, as far as I could see, is Wanda Sykes immediately quit the show, and she was the executive producer of the show. So she quit the show immediately. And then what I found very interesting is the director of the show, you know, sent a tweet out saying, and she's a black woman,
right, right,
saying like, "I'm taking out the trash," basically, you know, like. So I think to stop that. So you can just hit it again and it'll stop.
I know.
Okay, so.
That's what she said.
So yeah, so that happened, and then ABC just went in and just canceled the whole program. But what they said was that a lot of advertisers pulled out immediately.
Right.
Like they don't want to be associated.
They don't want to be
with that.
See, when you tie yourself in with somebody as toxic as Trump, and then you try to act like Trump.
Yeah.
It has that reverse effect, and she's been like this for years, ever since she.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Susan Rice, who was part of the Obama administration, she actually tweeted and said in 2013, Roseanne Barr tweeted about her that Susan Rice is a man with big swinging ape balls. I mean, that's ridiculous.
But it goes all the way back to when she did the Star Spangled Banner and grabbed her crotch and spit on the ground.
And all these people are defending her, and they're all about, you know, we shouldn't kneel in protest, you know, at the flag.
It's funny that the conservatives are coming out, and these right-wing people, do they know they're defending a Jew?
Well, not only that, she really desecrated the flag, you know, and everything, and they're real big about wrapping themselves in the flag. So I don't know why they're only. It's part of that cult of personality.
It
again.
is. I don't know what Trump, what he put in the water, or what happened to this cult of personality with Trump. I'll never get it. I'll never ever understand it.
So she did apologize to Valerie Jarrett, you know, by tweet. It was too late. Wanda Sykes said she will not be returning to Roseanne on ABC. And then lots and lots of people started tweeting reactions, which were like amazing.
Charlie Sheen tweeted out.
Charlie Sheen, you know, adios, Roseanne, and like he actually seems like a normal one now. You know?
Back when he was doing Winning and all that other bullshit and Dragon Blood and Unicorn Piss
right, and
whatever.
He kind of hinted that there might be like a 2.5 Men reboot, but I don't see that really happening.
That kid became some kind of religious nutcase.
He did.
Yeah,
he
became like nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Angus Jones.
Angus Jones became nuts.
So she also got into a war with Chelsea Clinton, and actually just tweeted out Chelsea Soros Clinton, trying to say that she was, you know, a follower of George Soros.
Right.
And Chelsea Clinton tweeted back and said, "Good morning, Roseanne. My given name is Victoria. I imagine George Soros' nephews are lovely people. I'm just not married to one." Like she's
so stupid. She's at least Chelsea kept it it classy. So.
Right. And Alex Jones, your favorite guy. I wish we had the gay frogs.
I wish I had the gay frogs. You know who Alex Jones is?
Alex
From
Jones
InfoWars.
InfoWars. He's a tinfoil hat wearing crazy
conspiracy
person.
Theorist.
Yeah,
everybody's fucking gay frogs.
He's false flags about things. He doesn't believe Sandy Hook happened. He really thinks these are child actors. He doesn't think the Parkland shooting happened either.
Clinton and Obama are the devil, and their blood is acid and all this other bullshit.
So Alex Jones defended Roseanne.
I wish he would just implode already.
And so did Ted Nugent. I'm surprised.
Ted Nugent. He's another racist piece of shit.
You know, Charlie Sheen said, "Adios, Roseanne. Good riddance. # not winning."
Right.
Right. And there was one more that I liked Morgan Freeman, what he said. Because he said...
I like that one. It's like the
That's a good
celebrity
one.
of who said what game
Right,
show.
right. So Morgan Freeman said, it's time to cancel Trump.
I heard that Morgan Freeman's been not charged,
No,
but
he's been accused
of sexual harassment.
But he completely denies that.
He's like 100 years old. Leave Morgan Freeman alone. Like
I know,
I would really be really bothered by that.
Yeah, I don't think we don't really know what he did or what he didn't do.
Right.
But, So anyway, so that's what's happening. And that was only one day of news.
We used to do 2 weeks.
No, we did 1 week.
We did 1 week.
One week of
would,
news.
We would be here for 5 hours.
Yeah, that's one day. That's all the stuff that happened in one day. That's all we can do.
I think it's time to go into our break.
That's right.
Okay,
And then we'll bring up our
We're going to
guests.
do our River Monsters, and we're going to do Understand. You guys can come up. Tell me you're gonna make it up in the show. Tell me about the fucking die. All set? All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back. Our table's gotten bigger. We are joined by 3 up-and-coming comedians. John's been on the show before.
You.
John Bricko from what's it called? The
Round Table,
Round
the
Table.
show that just happened.
The show that was just on before. I can never remember the name of your show for some reason.
It's
a round
No,
table.
You should have a round table, right?
You should have a round table.
It was rounded first, and then Gene had to fuck it up and replace shit.
I saw old videos with a round table.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
that? It was round.
And if you had more than 4 people, half the people had their back to the camera on there.
Yeah. It was a real train
Thank
wreck.
God we didn't have anybody with misshapen heads on the Robbinsville train wreck.
I was going to say that was a real train wreck, Kurt.
That was what it was. Yes, it was.
And we have Mr. Shyness, obviously. Is Kurt, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kurt Zimmerman, former host of the Robbinsville train wreck, a former show. Might be up for a reboot. We're talking amongst ourselves tonight now that I'm back on, Gene. Gene, wake up. You beat Bank of America. We're good.
Yeah.
Damn. Bill,
There we
now
go.
you did it.
I know. They're talking. The troops are talking on here, so you never know. We might have to talk, so hopefully they're watching at home. So, but Kurt Zimmerman, thank you for having me on.
Oh, no problem. And we have Anthony Crescenzo.
Yeah,
Yes.
close enough.
He is an up-and-coming comedian, host of many things, and
Yeah.
he hates homeless people.
I love how that always comes up. It's like that needs to come up every time.
Every time.
He came up in conversation just recently.
You
with
did.
that.
We were
Why were
talking-
you denying a homeless person money?
We were.
No, we were talking about something about homeless people, and I said I know somebody who wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Oh, we were
geez,
talking
yeah, I
about
saw-
helping out a homeless
Wasn't that like
person.
last week?
Yeah. It was like,
It
yeah.
was 2 weeks ago.
Like, would you help out a homeless person? And everyone's like, yeah. And we're like, well, Anthony wouldn't. He'd be
No,
like,
we know somebody who wouldn't. He's not here right now, but we'll talk about him.
I think
Steal
they
his
also
pup.
said you'd rather run the homeless person over with your car, but
Hey man, got some spare change.
squished flat.
I can't feel my legs.
All right. So Anthony,
You
what
don't
do
need legs.
you do a lot. You do a lot of like hosting and tell us, give us a little bit of what you do.
All right. Well, I'm generally over at the Comedy Cove. I do the hosting over there a lot. I'm pretty generally the MC. And I'm also doing a lot of New York stuff right now. Broadway Comedy Club, Greenwich Village is going to have me down there Wednesday.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm looking to possibly reboot my old podcast because people have been asking me about it, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna have like some availability now, right? I'm like, I guess.
I
And
guess when you're not.
they're like,
hosting
yeah.
a
So why don't you
thousand
just
Sure, let's just
start
say
the
that.
show up again? I'm like,
Ah.
what? I'm like, do you think we can get the advertisers? They're like, we will get you advertisers if you
Do
think
it.
you could put
Do
this
it.
together again. I'm like, psh, heartbeat.
things? Okay, do
Okay,
it. Good
good.
for you.
So yeah, Pucks and Balls should be back on the air
What's
before.
what was it called?
Yeah,
Pucks and Balls.
Pucks and Balls is the name of the show.
Pucks and balls.
Yeah, because we do interviews with like sports people. Yep.
Boats and hoes.
Sports people,
Pucks and
actors,
balls.
actresses, musicians,
Homeless
comedians.
people.
Homeless people.
No homeless?
They are not allowed in studio.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, enclosed in space, that might be a problem.
They're not allowed in the studio at all. You wouldn't give them warmth or anything.
No.
Were you touched by a homeless
go-
person? Like,
I
what's
mean,
this?
where's this come from? We need to investigate.
Are you allergic to urine in public spaces?
Like I get it if you're like hurting your look, that's one thing. But if you have a dog and a girlfriend and you're living in a box
And a cell phone.
and an iPhone, you have the latest. I'm like, you
Yeah.
then
You
you're not
got
homeless.
Jordans on.
It's not fair. You're not asking me for money. I'm trying to give you a sandwich. You're like, I don't eat that. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I'm vegan. You're vegan and homeless.
Oh my god.
Does not compute.
I'm vegan and homeless, and I have allergies to peanuts. Hey,
Can you go inside of Whole Foods and get me like some kale biscuits? No. Why? Really?
The fuck do you want kale biscuits for? Why are you being so
Okay.
picky?
John does not like homeless people at all.
I get
John
that.
doesn't.
I get that. It's, wow.
So what do you got? What do you have coming up,
What do you mean, shows wise?
shows wise?
Oh my God, the whole list. All right, so Greenwich Village on Wednesday the 6th, Broadway Comedy Club on the 12th. I'm at Cove the 15th, the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th. I have my own show. We just got a write up for that show in Terabang. We did we just did this past Sunday, and it was a really good show. Jeff Garry came down and he writ up the show. It was
Okay.
a great show.
Awesome.
And then Broadway on the 27th, and Cove the 29th and 30th again. And then we're going to do Advanced Warning on July 3rd, which will be a lot of... That's like the dirtiest show that they have at Cove, and we're just like every few months we just do it and it sells out.
Where's Cove at?
Oh, Comedy Cove is in Springfield. It's like 595 Mars Avenue, Springfield, New Jersey.
It's up north, right?
Yeah, about an hour
by
north of
Newark.
here.
When is that show?
That Dirty Show is July 3rd. I think it's 7 p.m. I tried to get the information before.
Keep us
I will.
you know. Well,
Yeah.
You want to go to a dirty show?
Yeah, I told you I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but that might be the show that I got picked up for.
Sorry, I was
What was that?
I was trying to read the
Jesus,
next screen.
Johnny, you hungry? Jesus Christ! What was that?
That was
mean,
the
you
evil.
know,
that was
I
me
didn't
after
have to taste
Chipotle.
that.
Evil laugh, okay?
All right,
You're
so
fired.
wow, Marty. All right, so
That's the
I'm
show that got me looked up by YouPorn, though.
by you.
What?
What?
Yeah. We
Dirty
did,
show?
yep.
Oh,
Sorry,
that
I
sounds
started
like
doing something.
we
They were
would
like,
do.
"Yo, do you want to do a set for YouPorn?" And I was like, "All right." And then they just were like, "You don't even have to like. We're gonna submit one of your clips from this." I'm like, "Okay."
Are you going to be a fluffer for you porn? Or
No, I did it like 2 years ago. I think it was.
What
You
did you
fluff for you porn 2
No.
years ago?
Wow.
No, Bob Levy was throwing a show for YouPorn, and he wanted me to be on it. I was like, "All right."
All right.
So they
You
just
don't
took a
say- you
clip
don't
of
say
me
no
from
to
Advance
YouPorn.
Warning, and then
Really
they
lasted
were
the
like,
end of the
"Yo,
show.
we like what you're doing. Do like dirtier than that." And I went, "Dirtier than that?" Okay, so
We have to find some new porn to watch because we watch you porn. So.
All right, David. That's enough of that. God.
I'm more of an X video fan, but that's just me.
Well, you see Anthony, like, oh man, it just ruins everything. Damn it. So listen, I'm going to ask some random questions and see how you guys think on your feet. Okay. So
Okay.
you guys have not gotten these questions before; they're completely random.
Now we're sitting down.
Look out.
And you're sitting down. If you could be Batman or Robin, which one would you be and why?
Who are you
Fucking
going
Well,
with?
I'll answer that one first. I want to be Batman in the 1966 series because Adam West laid a lot of pipe back then.
You got
And
that
you
right.
and you like the spandex.
Well, I don't know. No, there's a little bit binding. I think I would go with more of a boxer brief.
Can you do this whole
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, absolutely.
With a dance you
Yeah,
have?
just
that's
talk
great.
woodenly, because I was reading an article like he was laying pipe on the set before he started work in the morning. They had so many groupies.
As long as you sing Rick Rolled while you're doing the dance.
As long.
Now, did he do it in his Batman outfit?
I don't know. I didn't have enough privy in that article.
Did he
but
have Velcro, coming out from like the Batman underneath, so he can get the bat dick, like,
but he did have bat lubricant in the
on the utility belt.
utility belt. Yes.
The storage.
Holy dry pussy, Batman. Anyway, so
Well, that was only when they had Tallulah Bankhead as the villainous.
yeah.
That's when they needed the replens.
oh.
Julie Newmar, you didn't need no replens, but Tallulah Bankhead, you needed it.
Congratulations,
Or
Batman.
for Aunt Harriet too, maybe.
Kurt's very shy. Can you guys tell? Like, all right, who would you be, Batman or Robin?
Batman, absolutely. One, he's rich. That's probably the biggest selling point. He gets to bang all the female villains.
Yeah.
Most importantly, though, he shoots so many homeless people by accident. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And the reason I wouldn't be Robin is because he eventually does become a villain, and he leads all the homeless people the exact same way the Joker does.
Holy homeless Batman!
Oh my God.
That's what it had to go back to.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun I hate or exciting,
What is that about?
What's going on here?
Okay.
How would you feel if King Tut was homeless? Dance, Ninny!
He's already dead.
What happened? All right, who would you be?
Well, I gotta be Batman because who the fuck wants to be the sidekick? And
Exactly.
Nobody would choose that.
I think I have to go with your idea with the whole Adam West shtick because when I think about you in that conversation, you got the lubricant going on. Batman's his own fluffer.
Yeah, there you go.
Now
He's self-employed.
Now you ruined two things for me. You ruined 1960s Batman because now all I want to see you and Holy Bat Lube, and you ruined you porn. So now we have to watch a different channel.
We don't
All right.
watch
You know
Well,
who's
you're
even-
fucked, Anthony. They're not watching you.
All right. What is the most traumatic experience to happen in your personal life, Kurt?
Oh, I got hit in the nuts with a golf ball.
Oh.
Yeah, I was on a pitch and putt course when I was. Yeah, and I turned around and this girl who I liked hit a golf ball like a pitch and putt, hit me right in the nads.
That was the most traumatic thing ever to happen.
Yeah,
to
it
you?
was fucking traumatic for me because it
That
was the
sounds
girl I
terrible.
liked. It was a girl I liked. I said, you can't hit the ball. She got pissed off. She hit this beautiful low line drive, hit me ground zero, busted my zipper wide open. It was it was traumatic.
Did she put the beans of...
Yes, that's what it felt like. Everybody was laughing. It was more humiliating than being a homeless person getting run over by Anthony.
Did the,
I don't know.
did the
It's not
beans,
humiliating, just so you know.
did the beans go above the Franks, like in something about
No, the
Mary?
beans went, what the fuck?
The dramatic part wasn't the pain. The dramatic part was when his zipper popped off.
Exactly, when the
That's
zipper,
correct.
and then you had to take the jacket and wrap it around you and tie it, and then you look
I hate
like
that shit.
Yeah, you look like some. It was weird. It was.
Did she
I've had
kiss
to do
your
that at
nuts
work.
after? Did she feel bad?
No. She said she felt pretty awkward about it, so we didn't speak for.
Did you shove the putter up her pussy after that?
No. She was. No. It was one of those two things. I was like, I skulked off, and then I had to regroup. But that was my traumatic.
That was
story.
the first and last time
Did
you
you
saw
have
Kurt
any
tuck and roll out of a
permanent-
situation.
You got that right.
Were there any permanent injuries?
No permanent injuries.
Did he have
Okay.
dizzy children or anything? Or
No,
retarded children?
actually, it was there was no long-term permanent damage except that I'm a comic in New Jersey.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. There you go.
That's good enough.
John,
Uh,
because Anthony, I'm waiting
You know,
for
I
you
can
for
act-
last. Hold
honest-
on. Go ahead.
honestly, I can relate to that because I got hit with a lacrosse ball in the nuts my sophomore year playing football. Some guys just decided to play fucking lacrosse in the locker room. I ended up getting hit in the nuts in the crossfire, but they didn't feel awkward about it. They just fucking laughed at me.
Oh,
I'm just sitting there on the bench with my fucking ball sack, like, oh my god. It was
That's
it
terrible.
was a
That's
traumatic
terrible.
experience.
Traumatic. Okay, Anthony, is there something with your nuts or just something with a homeless person or? no?
Actually, neither one of those.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I didn't want to go in either one of those directions.
I was
The
waiting for
worst
it
thing,
too.
the most traumatic, I think, is all right. So when I was, I think, in 4th grade, I was wearing jams, and for whatever reason, my tummy started rocking, and we were all in line getting ready to leave the cafeteria, and we had to wait for the principal to tell us it was okay to go. So every grade is like standing there with like trying to stay still, and my stomach started going bup, and I didn't fart. I wish I did.
Puked.
Oh.
No.
Crap my pants, diarrhea, had to go change my pants. But the worst part, I stood there just going, because I was trying to be still so we could go. So I'm
Did
standing
everybody
there.
remember that forever?
oh,
Did you wear shorts? Did you have shorts on?
I was wearing jams. You know what jams are?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
That's
So I had to. All of a sudden, everybody around me is like, "Oh my god!" And I'm just like standing still.
That awkward moment when you have to take a
we've
shit
all-
so bad
I had to
you
go to
can't
the
move.
principal's
Wow.
office after that
we've all
to
shit-
go change to take off my underwear, and my parents had to be called to bring me new underwear.
did your principal
That's
take pictures?
Sorry, one more time.
They take pictures.
No, it's just
Little
before-
slower, kid. You shit yourself.
Did John
This is the payment.
You're not taking them off slow enough.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we've all shit our parents before. I'm glad you can admit it, though.
Yeah, it takes a man to
I
admit
did
you
that on-
shit your pants.
I
It
did that on the,
does.
I did that on the beach in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, one
Obviously,
time
I wasn't at school, but
I was at Disney World tonight, and I had a fucking piss. I pissed in the hot tub. You're not thinking about it, right? So the water turns like pink, like neon pink, like a cloud, right?
With
so
the froth.
but the whole but a family came out. They go, look, mommy, the water's pink, and this family climbed in. I got out, and
you're like
sitting
a fucking fairy.
and they're
Holy
sitting
shit.
in my piss. It was. I didn't say anything either. I'm just like, enjoy. It's good stuff. I mean, the water was like bright neon pink,
It's a bit salty.
and you're roasting in my urine right
It's
now.
like fairy broth.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god. Oh, that's awful. That's
Okay. All right. Kurt, what would I find in your refrigerator right now?
seltzer and coffee creamer and leftovers from 3 weeks ago.
You are a bachelor.
No, I'm not. I've been married 23 years.
Holy shit, that's what's in your fridge? Does your
Yeah,
wife...
that's it. Because my wife doesn't throw anything out, you know. But then 3 weeks later, she'll go on a purge. She'll go, okay, we haven't eaten this. Let's throw this out, and this is throwing this out. And then my daughter's going, I was gonna eat that. No, it's got green mold on it. It's no good anymore. You know, so that's what we have. We keep. It's like the
Can't
Museum
tell
of Eaten Meals.
Right,
You
I
know,
got you.
or half-eaten meals. Excuse me.
He can come back anytime, man. He's fucking funny. What about
Yeah.
you? What's in your refrigerator?
Anything that causes a heart attack.
Oh, fuck.
Anything
wolf?
nice and meaty.
Now, what's in your refrigerator? Now, do you give your refrigerator box to the homeless person, or do you throw that out?
Oh my God.
No, actually, I moved out on the homeless person a couple years ago. So, all right. So you want to know just solids that are in the refrigerator, not liquids?
Solids, liquids, whatever you got. What's in your
Okay,
refrigerator?
so let's start with the liquids.
Throw your
Milk.
expired meals at homeless people. Do you throw your expired meals at homeless people?
I don't wait until they're expired.
Oh.
That's a good waste of food. What is wrong with you?
What, the food or
Dude, I weigh 190 pounds. I constantly waste food. Like, that's just what I do.
Oh, you piece of shit.
So, okay, let's see. Milk, orange juice, chocolate milk, wine, beer, and then let's go into the regular food stuff. Steak, chicken, 2 different kinds of ways to have chicken, 3 different types of fish, calamari, pizza, pasta, and then a whole bunch of
And a
other stuff.
partridge in a pear tree. Oh.
That was a good
Yeah, no
one.
joke. There is a lot of crap.
How
in
do
there.
you actually know the contents of your refrigerator? Like, remember, like we were like, you didn't eat this, David. You didn't eat this, David. And we're like throwing it out. Like, I just bought this from Aldi's. I'm like, fuck, I totally forgot it was there. Well, you know everything in your refrigerator. Like that's wow.
Yeah.
When you forget the expired date's still a month away.
Right.
Well, no, some of it probably is expired, but I'm pretty good about tossing it.
All right, let me ask some comedian questions. You guys all get them. John, you
Comedian
get 'em?
questions?
Yeah.
How many if a comedian leaves New York at 25 miles an hour, and another comedian leaves Chicago at 30 miles an hour, at what point do they meet?
I was never good at algebra.
I'm not aging enough for this question.
Hold on, we're gonna take a little break real quick. We'll come
Okay.
back. I have some actual comedian type questions for
Sorry.
you guys. It's okay.
That's okay.
Gene's laughing too hard to go to break.
We have a special treat.
Now here's a fun little New York story anecdote, all true. Again, I was going around the city getting this material ready for going out on tour, and I was hitting the clubs, and I was coming out of a club in the East Village, and I opened the door, and I get out on the sidewalk, and I almost get knocked over by a guy who has come, barreling down the sidewalk, walking down this like, motherfucking cocksucking son of a bitch, fucking cunt, fucking bitch, asshole, fucking piece of shit, which is not an uncommon occurrence in New York, but what was immediately interesting was that I could see, visually, this guy wasn't like a homeless guy or a mentally ill guy, the kind of person that you would normally ascribe that kind of behavior to. He wasn't like that. He was well dressed, is what I'm trying to say, which I know is relative, because I think I'm doing pretty good right now. But he was wearing a suit, is my point. We're both walking the same way. I'm heading to the subway. He's walking down the First Avenue. When we're going, or Avenue A. It doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit. Why am I correcting it? Because some asshole's going to be like, yeah, that theater isn't on. All right. Anyway. He's got like electronics, like tablets with him he's holding, and he's definitely not on the phone, and, he's walking down the street, motherfucking piece of shit, cocksucking, fucking asshole motherfucker, yeah, hi Hitler, hi Hitler. And yeah, I was like, did he just say, hi Hitler? What? And he crosses the street, so I cross the street to follow him, and I'm keeping up behind him, and he's, motherfucking piece of shit, fucking asshole, bitch. Yeah, fuck, okay, yeah, hi Hitler, hi Hitler. And he is, in fact, saying, hi Hitler. He's saying, hi Hitler. Which means one of two things. Either, he's clearly had this upsetting experience and he's venting, and in the middle of venting, he sees Hitler down the street, and he stops to say hi, be a nice neighbor. Either that, or this grown man has lived his entire life thinking the phrase is "Hi, Hitler." That the German people who speak fluent German chose one word of English to use, and that word was a salutation. And that with all the available archival film footage, the newsreels, the fictionalized versions of Hitler's life, and all the stuff we've seen of him addressing the masses, hundreds of thousands of citizens and the soldiers, Luftwaffe SS, and that in the greatest example of the collective unconscious ever witnessed, that all of those people would simultaneously, without consulting one another, suddenly say, "Hi, Hitler! Hi, Hitler! It's me, Joseph, from Hamburg. We met at the patisserie. I don't know if you well, I'm trying to say it, but everybody's saying it around me. All right. Sorry, guys. Hi, Hitler. I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to say hi to Hitler, and I know you want to say hi too, but just give me 1 second and hang on. All right. Hi, Hitler. Guys, listen, I have established a relationship with him, all right, at a patisserie in Hamburg. I don't need to go into this. Please, just if everybody could give me 1 second so I get his attention. Hi, Hitler. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Ugh. You are the Hitler of crowds.
Okay, we are back.
Hi, Tiny.
That was David Cross, Hello Hitler, or Hello Adolf.
Yeah.
I didn't know that David Cross. I didn't know who he was. He was the actor in Men in Black.
Yep.
He was in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
He was a
And
major
Mr.
part
Show.
of it.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Show.
When I saw him, like, why does he look so familiar? Then I watched a special on Netflix, and I'm like, holy shit. Like,
He's good.
He's
He's good.
hilarious. Did you
We're
hear
going
him
to
talking
see him.
about luggage
Not
at
yet.
the airport? Like, there's a, what's that store called? They sell luggage in the airport.
Yeah.
They have a store that sells luggage in the airport.
Expensive luggage.
And Jerry Petito, because this is all because of Jerry. We have to say hi to Jerry.
Cut his mic.
Cut his mic.
Cut his mic. Where's the lowercase letters?
Right.
There's no lowercase letters.
But
We love
she
you,
said
Dad.
she had to go to that store and actually buy a suitcase in the mall because her bag was too big.
Congratulations.
So it just, when he was talking about it, it made sense. What he was saying is like, why would they have a luggage store inside the airport? It's inside, like it's just like you pack all your shit, you take it home.
Yeah, he said he
jump in
carry
a
all
taxi.
his stuff in his hands.
You know, so and I thought that was
He's good.
He's very good.
We're gonna see him at in Asbury. What's that place called?
The Paramount
The
Theater.
Paramount Theater in June.
Awesome.
Actually, David
we
Tell
are-
has a very similar joke to that.
Who?
David Tell.
Oh, I love
Oh,
David
he
Tell.
does?
Yeah, it's I was going to the airport and they have a luggage place in here. They have a place to buy
Luggage.
He goes, how late do you have to be to get to a flight? You're like, bucket, just get a pile of shit. We'll get a bag at the airport.
Right.
Just grab whatever you can. We'll get a bag
I won't
and
take-
bring a poncho.
And bring a poncho. Always bring a poncho.
Yeah.
So who are the comedians that inspired you guys, and what kind of comedy do you actually do? Do you do like observational comedy, like Carlin does, or Murphy, or anything like that? Like, who are your inspirations, and how do you? Are you? And then another part, are you different on stage and how you are in person?
Anthony, I'll let you go first.
Okay. I'm very different off stage than I am on
So
stage.
you're more obnoxious on
no.
stage.
Well, actually, yeah, I guess so. I'm very
That would make sense.
I'm pretty introverted when I'm off stage. I don't really talk to people unless there's a reason for me to talk to
You
them.
seem very personal. Like I went personable when we first met. I'm like, when you came into Papa's to buy, you thought you can just get a slice. You're like, hey, can I join you for dinner? Yeah, we don't. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm. Well, once I realize it's somebody that knows the other person, I'm like, all right, you know what? I could be Poppy.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. But if like I don't know you, I'm very quiet.
Really?
Like it takes everybody I know is like you're like depressing to be around. I'm like,
wow, I don't think
That's what my wife says.
I don't see that at all. Your wife says that about Anthony?
No, she says I'm depressing to be around.
Oh.
Wait, that makes no
I
damn
just
sense. Why would
don't-
you be depressing?
I don't know.
I just don't talk a lot.
So who
probably
are you?
just because it's been too long.
Shut up, John's stupid. So
I didn't hear it.
who inspired you? Like who are your comedians that inspired you to do what you want to do?
Some of the comics, like I get a lot of flack for this, but I still love Dane Cook. That's
I love Dane Cook.
That's
I like
big.
Dane Cook.
Like if you don't realize what he's doing Steve Martin is exactly what he's doing.
Yes, yeah, I like that. Where is Dane Cook? He's like disappeared.
He had like a deal. He's had a lot of problems with finances in his family and things like that.
Okay,
And
all right.
so like he does stuff like he pops up for a little bit and then he's like a groundhog. On February 2nd, he just shows up
and that's it.
Yeah,
Pops up, does a show. And
he does a show at the freaking Comedy Factory in L.A. or whatever the hell it is.
Okay.
And then he goes back away. He's one of them. I mean, I watch Chris Rock. I just watched Chris Rock's last special.
Tambourine.
That was so good.
Oh,
That was
so
really
good. So good. I love that one. I love that one. It's great. Who else?
Sandler. That's only because everybody forgets it. Like I do a lot of act outs, and they're like, "How could you?" I'm like, I do a ton of act outs, and a lot of it is what I got from him. There's like a bunch of them, but I'm just like I'm more of a hodgepodge than anything else.
Marty can do a great Adam Sandler.
No, I'm not doing that.
Do it. Do
David.
the shit.
No.
Do the shampoo is
No,
better.
not
If
doing
what
it.
if I say, will you
No.
do it with me? Come on.
You can do it.
Do the impression.
Do it.
Do it, damn it!
The
I don't have anything to hold.
All right, do it here. Here.
Just do the shampoo impression for God's sake.
It's wait. What movie is it from?
It's from Billy Madison.
Okay.
Did you see Billy Madison?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shampoo is better. It cleans the hair. No. Shampoo is better. I go in first. I clean the hair. No, fool. Conditioner's better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? I used to do that when I was giving my kids a bath, so they still think that's very
You're welcome.
funny.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah, stop looking at me, Swan.
So for me, real quick, it was like Carlin and Murphy and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
And Don Rickles. I love the old roast. Like they used to do the roast, and I'm having a birthday bash here,
Yeah.
and I want people to either call in or show up and roast me. Like whatever you can do whatever you want. I won't be offended. And for Jerry, if she's probably not watching,
She is.
She's watching.
Is
I'm
she
her
watching?
right-
She was watching
Yeah,
on my feed a
she's
few
right
minutes
here.
ago.
yeah, this is for Jerry. No I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Oh!
Cut their feed.
Cut their mic, Gino.
Yeah.
Little Italian witch. No, I'm just kidding.
David, you're gonna be in trouble.
I love Jerry.
She's the one that brought you in.
But
I'll get you, my pretty,
and your meatballs too.
Gonna call you right off the show. Be like game over.
That almost sounds like Jerry.
She's the one that brought you into the network, and you just
she did.
diarrhea.
No, I love her, but she's like she told me I can't roast her back, so I'm gonna respect that. So I was only kidding, Jerry.
She did
Relax.
say that, yeah.
It's not like I brought up
Like
Jesus
that.
or anything, but
yeah, really.
Oh,
but I
David.
love those old roasts, like the
Why
back
not?
in the
Romans
day
did.
roasts. I love those. And today, like of course, David Cross. Who else? I can't think of like right off the bat. Who else we seen? What's the other? We saw Brewer, Jim Brewer.
Yeah, Jim
I love-
Brewer.
We saw Jim
Yeah.
Brewer live. We met him. He's great. He's a very physical comedian, and he's a fucking genius. Like Jim Brewer is just, and we got a chance to meet him backstage after the show.
I
Before
think I
the
saw
show.
the pictures on Facebook.
Yeah. I know I post a lot of shit on Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
surprised anybody sees what I do. What's this one?
What's that?
Oh.
This is
okay.
her telling you
And-
who your comedic influences
no,
are.
No.
And who are yours?
I mean, I have a few, but probably my biggest one is Gabriel Iglesias because the way he tells it is like a
I
story.
love
Yo, we love
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Yeah, Fluffy.
And he does great impressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm like with you, Dave. I'm more old school. I love Dangerfield.
Yes.
Rodney and the late Bob Schimmel was a big influence
And
on me.
Carson. Like, were you watching when Don Rickles broke his cigarette box, and he went on the show across the studio?
Yeah.
He's like, I brought Carson's box. Like he was like playing with it like this, and I think Bob Newhart was hosting the show that night. He's like, what happened to my cigarette box? He goes, Rickles broke it. And he went across the hallway, and while they were filming some other TV show, and confronted Rickles. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Rickles is fantastic.
Real quick, I know we could have like 10 more minutes extra, Gino. Okay. You ever play the game Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill real quick. I'm going to name 3 people.
I'm not good at it.
All right.
How do you be bad at Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Because I always get them confused.
Who is that? Who's GOT? Oh, do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I do.
I do not.
Game of Thrones? No? Okay, we can't do that one.
No, give it to him.
Okay. Game of Thrones. Joffrey, Cersei, and Jaime Lannister. Who would you fuck?
Dude, real? Okay,
Fuck,
wait.
marry, kill.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Joffrey.
You would kill Joffrey.
No, wait. Joffrey, Jaime Lannister, and who else?
And
Cersei.
And Cersei.
Okay. Cersei, Mary.
Oh.
Okay.
Jaime Lannister.
You'd have to fuck or kill him.
Fuck him. Definitely fuck him.
I would definitely fuck him.
I would fuck the I'm straight and I would fuck him until both of us are bleeding.
You know who I like is he's my kind of like my man crush.
Is Peter Dinklage.
No, not Peter. Well, besides Peter Dinklage. No, besides
Dave's nuts over him.
He's nuts over him.
I'm sorry, it's Drogo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drogo.
Oh my God.
You want to be his fluffer?
Wait. So you want to be with Aquaman? Is that what I'm understanding right now?
Yeah.
He's pretty hot.
He has pictures of him on his phone.
And then obviously Joffrey
gets
Oh yeah. Joffrey, I would kill.
How do you not want to bang Cersei though?
I would bang. But Cersei's such a fucking bitch.
But like, you marry her, you're wealthy.
Just treat her like a slut when you fuck her.
I know.
And she doesn't even care if you cheat on her all the time. She was fucking her brother she's still fucking her brother.
I know.
Why do you laugh now?
She was fucking her brother during the funeral. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck? And I wasn't gonna watch this.
Well, we only have shitty hors d'oeuvres at our funerals.
Yeah.
Well,
Who got the tuna salad?
All right,
Depending on how into it they got, they might have had shitty hors d'oeuvres too.
All right, we're gonna do
They might have made them shitty.
the alien
cracker.
All right. Come back. We're gonna do the alien version now.
So pick on somebody.
E.T. Who's like Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Who's Paul?
He's an alien
From where?
from a movie.
What movie?
I don't know. It's a movie, Paul.
E.T. Paul or Wally? I'm not gonna do that one.
Well, considering you don't know who the hell Paul is, that'd be a good idea.
I'm killing Paul. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Stephen Hawking, Nikola Tesla, or Albert Einstein? Fuck, marry, kill.
Me?
Yeah.
Shit.
Stephen Hawking.
I think the wheelchair would get in the way.
What was the third one? Tesla?
Albert Einstein.
Oh, shit. I would probably marry Tesla because then I would make the money
Right.
on that.
But he died poor. He died.
Yeah, I
really
know,
poor.
but we'd handle better business with him, and we'd screw with
Take
that
his
as
money before that.
Right,
The reasons
exactly.
for it.
Einstein and would kill Hawking.
Okay. Oh, kill Hawking.
Yeah.
Is it the wheelchair?
No, it's not. It's just, the lack of communication.
You with wheelchairs and you with homeless people.
He's
You
not-
know what? While he was alive, I wanted him to marry my daughter. That was one of the few guys I wanted to marry my daughter.
You
because
want it? I'm not
Hawking
gonna.
He can't do shit.
Yeah, exactly. I go to my grave knowing my daughter's still pure.
Oh my God.
I mean, I can imagine him talking dirty to my kid. Come here.
All right. This is for. Oh my God. Wow.
Shake it for me, baby.
Do that again. One more time.
Oh, shake him.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
You think when
Just the tip.
Oh my God.
I ain't never seen an ass like that.
All right, enough with the Stephen Hawkins porn.
The only thing that moves is my finger.
Wow. All right, this is for John.
My batteries are charged.
Hold on 1 second. I'll talk dirty to you.
I cannot talk dirty to you at super speed.
Let me get
Come here,
closer.
fuck me.
Wow. There's some fucked up friends. So.
I know.
All right, this is for John. Ronald McDonald of Burger King or the Colonel?
Hey, you had mine. That was mine.
This one. I'm killing Ronald McDonald. He's just creepy.
He's a
Okay.
creepy clown. Yeah.
He's the only one that wears makeup.
I think I'm marrying the Burger King because he looks like he's got an expensive ass crown.
Okay. I guess you're fucking the Colonel, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm fucking the Colonel. I'm getting that.
Yeah,
beef,
but if
son.
you eat his shit, the Colonel fucks you back.
Hey. Now, would you dress up like a chicken when you fucked him, or would you just? All right.
I mean,
Like
hey, I can do some experimental shit. Why not? Try something new.
It's finger licking good.
All right, I got something that's current. I got something that's current.
Okay.
Obama, Hillary, Trump. Fuck, marry, kill. To Kurt.
To Kurt.
Oh my God. Well, let's see here. With this crowd, I better say kill Trump. Okay.
I could give.
Oh my God. I'm not a fan of either one of the other two. But
Yeah, but fuck Hillary.
yeah, Obama's
Yeah.
got it together.
He's
If
got
I
it
had,
together.
yeah, I'd have.
Yeah, he'd be a good husband for
He's
you.
a good husband.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to fuck her.
All right, I got the three Helens: Helen Mirren, Helen Hunt, Helen Keller.
Can we fuck and kill all of them?
It's your turn, Anthony.
Helen, call your dog in.
Make that my turn. I'm not starting for that
He does all of the above to all of the above. It's like a night in Vegas.
Can we do some Helen Keller jokes now? You know, why did they punish her? They rearranged the furniture.
You heard that Helen Keller burned her ear?
Ow.
She entered the iron. You heard she burned the other one? They called back.
She burned her fingertips reading the waffle iron.
You know why her dog committed suicide?
Why?
If you were named, you would too.
We've reverted to 8th grade right here.
All right.
We're going to kill Gene over there. He's going right there, you know. Oh, my God.
you
I
ready?
can hear him over here.
You know you got him going when
We're
he's like that.
gonna do the three captains: Captain Crunch, Captain Morgan, Captain Caveman. Go. Fuck, marry, kill.
I'm marrying Captain Morgan.
Yeah, I'm marrying
Dude,
Captain Morgan.
Hold on, you gotta
Damn
fuck
it.
Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
I will,
How do you not fuck a drunk? You know how much fun that is?
I will fuck on Captain Morgan.
And you don't have to shower.
My God.
Shower her with Captain Morgan.
Captain Crunch for the marriage. Absolutely.
Yes.
Every day I want that.
Because you can have a threesome with the Crunchberry
And
Beast.
Captain, which one was the other one?
Every day with Captain Morgan, though.
Captain Morgan, Captain Crunch, Captain Caveman.
Fuck Captain
Caveman was
Caveman.
the
He could die. He's not even.
I was on a blind date with a girl that looked like Captain Caveman in college.
I killed Captain Caveman and son.
And she walked around with a club just like that, you know, with another purpose.
I'll kill him with the Freddie Flintstone hammer.
Oh my God.
Captain Caveman! Imagine if Paul Lynn did that voice.
I
Captain
got-
Caveman.
I got one more.
Okay, one more.
All right. Let's see.
Helen
That
Keller
one's
can't say
not
no,
good.
can she?
No.
She can go. Ugh!
Let's see.
You'll think that that's cool for you.
All right.
She definitely can't rat you out for it.
Exactly.
Eva Green, Eva Mendes, Eva Longoria. Fuck, marry, kill.
That's actually a tough one.
I'd fuck Eva Longoria.
Yeah. I'm there.
Yeah,
Even
No,
with you.
Mary Longoria.
Yeah.
She got money too.
Yeah.
She got money and
got
she's
a
gonna
point.
stay that good for a long time.
Yes.
Time.
Yeah.
What about Eva Mendes? Looks pretty good too.
That's
That's
what
tough.
I'm trying to decide between, though.
That's
Mendez
tough.
and who was the other one?
Eva Green.
Throw her out the window.
How about Eva Gabor?
Eva Gabor.
I think it's Ava.
It's
Yeah.
Eva. It's
Ava.
Eva Gabor.
Do you want to F. kill me or you'll leave me with him?
Wow. You can come back to our show anytime, man. You're
Thank you.
hilarious. All right, what do we got now?
You want to do Florida Man?
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll do our
Okay.
wrap up.
We have a little segment called Florida Man. Now, what we do
Oh, God.
is we read a story from Florida, and you guys decide who has the best story.
Okay.
So, Marty's going to go first.
Yes, I'll go first. Okay.
Oh, wait. We have to play our Florida Man story.
Okay.
How many of them have an alligator involved?
All right, hold on.
Wait, we got to get the Florida Man segment.
Crocodiles.
This is what
NXT.
it is time for Florida,
Florida
Man.
Man.
That's Louisiana.
You got a pretty mouth.
He knows what movie this is.
Oh, yeah.
Squeal like a pig! Whee! You're gonna squeal like Chris Christie out on the beach! Whee!
Oh, my God.
Wow, Kurt.
Okay.
And your
here's
wife
mine.
is bored with you? Jesus.
Oh, my God.
That's what Chris Christie sounds like when he's having a heart attack.
Oh, my God.
After he's done with the Colonel.
I can at least go
She's a
through.
Chris
I know.
Evans
I'm sorry, I
open
blew your
location.
show up.
You know,
tonight.
wait. If you're gonna shut down the beach, you're gonna be the governor of a state and shut down the beach.
Yeah.
Take your fat ass to a different state.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the best thing
He
on the
went
internet
beach.
was the Chris Christie meme page.
Oh, they're the
No,
best.
They're awesome.
I never
They're
get
awesome.
tired of those.
I mean, when he was on the beach that day, he put on SBF bacon.
I just thought a whale went up on shore.
I mean, he's sitting there in a chair. He looks like me in the backyard on 4th of July. Bring me another rib.
He said he said SBF bacon.
Yes. All right, here's my Florida man story.
All right, let's hear the Florida man story.
It comes out of Vero Beach, Florida. A man told police he just, quote, wanted to smoke some pot as he was running around naked in the Publix parking lot. Publix, I guess, is a supermarket.
Yeah.
According to the Indian River County Sheriff's
So
Office.
he was running around naked in a Publix. Shouldn't it be a Publix?
A
Yes,
pubic.
yes, I think so.
You're good. You should be a comedian.
I don't know.
All right, so as deputies arrived at
good
the
on stage,
location,
man.
they observed Jonathan Thomas Betcher in the parking lot without a shirt on and his basketball shorts around his knees with no undergarments on.
It sounds like me.
The suspect was swinging his arms in the air and screaming loudly, "I only had one beer, and I only wanted to smoke some pot." And he was sweating uncontrollably, the deputy said.
Oh.
2 witnesses said
He was
he was
moist.
screaming and yelling while kicking trash cans in the parking lot. Then he entered the Publix and shouted, "You're not the one," before leaving the store.
I love this guy.
That sounds like something that happens around my in-laws' retirement village.
He was also seen stopping traffic
So
near the
much
Publix
about
while
the things that
screaming
you choose to be.
at vehicles. At one point, he allegedly punched several vehicles. He told the deputies that he drank 1 beer in the homeless camp behind the Publix and smoked a small amount of marijuana. He said he pulled his shorts down because a friend had driven by and mooned him, so he was mooning him back. When asked why he was naked, he said he wasn't used to the Florida heat. You know, I can attest to that. That he is very hot there, David.
I see that.
You know?
Yeah, that's true, Nam. Your balls drop a little more south of
That's
the border
right. It's
there.
very hot at this time of year. When asked why he then was arrested for disorderly intoxication.
hands up now or I'll shoot!
And that's probably only if he's. I think he was white though.
Oh, he was white. Oh, he's going to survive then. He won't get shot.
Right. A judge has sentenced him to 45 days in the county jail.
With his pants on.
Yes.
Yeah, he
That's
got-
my story.
We'll see if they stay on.
That's a good one.
Okay,
if he
what's
took a
yours?
piss test, they're
Thank
going to
you.
find out
What's
that
your
it's not.
story,
All right,
David?
all right. My story is
That's
it was
angel dust, by the way.
apparently
Probably.
a windy day in Florida. A Florida woman, 26, tried to get out of being found with cocaine in her purse by telling police she had no idea where it came from and that it must have blown in through the window. Wow. Kenesha Posey was in the passenger seat of a car which police in Fort Pierce, Florida stopped on March 21st. They said there was a strong smell of marijuana coming from the vehicle. When they searched her bag, cops found a bag of marijuana and a small bag of cocaine.
Because people just throw that out the window all the time.
Mosley readily admitted to owning the first bag, but
sprinkle it on the ground.
said the second was not hers.
That's not mine.
It must have flown through the window and into my purse. Police did not accept her unlikely version of events.
I use cocaine for sprinkles on my ice cream.
It clears my sinuses.
They took her into custody on one felony count of cocaine possession and a misdemeanor count of marijuana. Because that's the difference. If you get caught with pot down there, obviously a misdemeanor. You get caught with cocaine, it's a
Right.
felony.
Yes.
So
Oh, I thought that was OxyClean.
it's OxyContin.
If you get
Yeah,
caught,
I'm
if you get
cleaning
caught
with
with a still, then you're, the local brewer.
So do you like? So do you like Marty's story about the guy running around naked at Publix, or me with the cocaine blown in through the window?
I have to go with Marty's story because I've been in a Publix market down there and I've seen partial nudity.
Yeah. Oh, is that
At
right? It's like a Walmart.
Well, not at the Walmart, but my in-laws live in the Villages, which is between Ocala and
The Villagers are great.
right. And the whole
Yeah.
thing is that I've seen people who rushed out of there to get their food shopping done and they didn't completely dress
I'm
at all.
sure.
So and
Yeah,
and
I've
there's a
heard
Walmart on the same premises.
Old balls.
Yeah.
Old balls. Oh,
I've seen
gross.
lots of
Yeah,
stories
so
about the
I have to
Villagers.
vote for Marty on this.
All right,
Okay.
Anthony.
Her story is more realistic and more entertaining. Yeah, I freaking love that somebody tried to go, That's not mine.
That's not mine. The wind blew it in my car.
I do love your story, David.
It was somebody else's.
That's good.
But that's just
Thrown here. I don't
insane.
know how it got here.
But hers was more entertaining.
You know what it is? It's more visual. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. John?
You
Well,
know,
nobody cares anyway. No, I'm just kidding.
Let John answer the
Let
question.
him answer.
Go ahead.
Now, she sprinkled the cocaine on her tits and still said that's not mine. It must have blown in the window.
Yeah.
That would have been a better story.
Right.
Yeah.
somebody must have blown it on me when I was drunk.
Why I just came home from the strip club.
Why?
I have to pay rent. Sorry.
My nipples are tingly.
All right, hold on with your nipples.
Those are called gummies.
Gummies.
What do you say, John?
I gotta say Marty's because whenever I'm in Florida, I want to be fat and naked too.
It's very hot, right?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
That's just a change of location for you.
I'll never go back there in the springtime ever again. Spring or summer, it's all flibbits there.
Springtime.
Only.
Oh my
wait a
God.
minute, I have that. Hold on.
So does that mean that you're
Isn't
going
it
to be
ready?
naked when I have to go and actually try to figure out when Cyborg is going to be open? Like, am I just going to see you naked that day?
When are you finding that out?
Eventually, hopefully sometime this year.
I mean, that depends on the time of year then, I guess. From what this
They
conversation.
should make Kurt happy. Springtime for Hitler.
You might get away with tidy whities.
Wait. Gene, we have 5 minutes. Real quick. All right. Now, I want to talk real quick, Roseanne.
Okay.
Now, you guys are comedians, and there's crossing the line, and there's being blatantly racist and all that stuff. And she's, not that I give a shit about Roseanne or about her show, about her ratings or anything like that, but she was endorsed by Trump, who does have some, I don't know, let's call them racist views, I guess we call them. What do you think, do you think if she would have said what she said on her show, it would have been a difference? But she was Roseanne, Roseanne, not the actress, Roseanne the person, saying this on a very public forum like Twitter. Now, First Amendment's great. It's fine. It's freedom to say whatever you want. But there are consequences, and she has done stunts, not as blatant as this, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So what's the question then?
How do you feel about it as a comedian, as an entertainer? Should she have her show taken away? Should she have been canceled for for the attack she went on with former, even if it was a former, doesn't even have to be Obama's. It was what she said. Do you know the quote that she said?
No, could you hit me with it again? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The quote said. Hold on, I can get the quote.
This was on Twitter, keep in mind.
So I didn't get it then.
Okay. Oh, you don't follow Roseanne?
No, I don't follow anybody, and
Okay.
my Twitter doesn't work properly.
This is what she said about Valerie Jarrett, who is a black woman. She said that Valerie Jarrett is a combination of the Muslim Brotherhood and the Planet of the Apes.
And she was a former...
All right.
Yeah, she was in
assistant
the
to Obama.
Obama administration.
Do you want to go at this one first? You want
I'll take this one because I mean, first of all, we've all, everybody debates this, about, ethnic humor and all this stuff about
Right.
being able to say this. But this wasn't humor. This was an attack on another human being.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And the thing is,
it wasn't funny even.
And let me put it to you this way: when she said that, all of her advertisers pulled out like a kid on prom night.
Right.
And she and so the bottom line is, for a television network, advertisers make the decisions for you.
Absolutely.
And the problem is she's a pariah now. And the thing is that, I'm sorry, you say the wrong thing, you're gonna do it.
There's got to be consequences. But
well, there's a First
Yes.
Amendment. She has every right to say
She
whatever
can
she wants to
say
say.
whatever
She can say
But
it.
they have the
There's
right to say
consequences.
we don't want you on
Exactly.
representing our network anymore. So.
I work for a school district, and if I said something and that's one of the things that I face as a comic, I work around here and I work near my school district, so it's like, what parent is going to come into my show one night and hear something
Right.
that's a little questionable and go back to my school board and go, he's off. So I have to temper it a little bit. But the point is that you have to make the differentiation. The person that you are on stage, I think you have a little more latitude. But when I'm sitting there tweeting and I'm obviously saying something that's negative,
Explosive. It wasn't funny. In today's age that we're in, especially with Trump in the White House, people like that lawyer from New York who called it the Spanish people feel they have more free reign to go out and be as racial as possible and make these attacks with no consequences.
right?
And then when there are, And not only did they pull her from TV immediately, they pulled all the old episodes off of TV Land and stuff like that.
Not that I ever fucking watched them, but you know.
I never even saw that show.
No, but here's, it's just terrible. Can't we just all be freaking nice to each other?
I know, but we're not.
If we all were nice to each other, we wouldn't have jobs.
Oh, well, all the people on Roseanne's show don't have jobs.
No.
Oh, that is
It'd be a
not
lot harder to
true
be a
at all.
comic if we were all nice to each
What do you
other.
mean, Anthony?
Okay, from old Roseanne.
Yeah.
Okay. The Big Bang Theory is
Okay,
pretty much the old Roseanne
Well,
show.
I'm talking about the crew. I'm talking about the little
Well,
guys.
yeah, they're
the little guys. That's what I'm talking.
and that's actually the part that I don't like about this is that yes, understandably, the advertisers, like you said before, if you lose the advertisers, then the advertisers have to worry about like who's going to come in. That's why they always have to like play this stupid card of like, oh, you can't say that because you're pissing off our clients now, and we have to pull our advertising dollars from you, or else we're going to wind up losing all these clients.
Right.
But at the same point, you're not thinking about. I know they come off as little guys, but realistically, your crew, your producers, your
We said
everybody that
we
works
said
with it,
that
they're
in
the
the
ones
car.
that are actually getting hammered because what's in it? Kathy Griffin. Everybody's like, oh, she's a terrible human being. I'm like, why don't you worry about the people that have to work around her that are going to lose their jobs
Thank you.
because you're
She's
putting.
back now, though.
Yeah, and that's actually I told somebody that. I think it was like right around the first time I did your show or Jerry's show.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh well, she's never going to be around again. She's not even that funny." I go, first of all, she's very funny.
She is
She is
very
hilarious.
funny.
And the same thing to be said about Roseanne. Roseanne is very funny. She's been very funny for a long time. Can you have something that? Did you make a oops? Yes. Did you make a big oops? Yes. Is it something you will not come back from? Absolutely not. Once you get to that plateau, you could take a hit that's major. As long as you've gotten there before, they know you know how to get back up there. But they have to wait time. So this way, the story goes away, and it's
Yeah.
not like a week or two. She'll lose probably 2 seasons before they can take a chance on her. But she's got enough money; she could ride that out. You know who can't ride that out? The cameramen that were supposed to be
Right.
there.
Thank you.
Right.
That's right.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree with that. Can she ride it out? Is this a storm she can recover from? Possibly. Maybe she'll go back and do stand-up. But I doubt it because of the hateful rhetoric that is now being allowed. She's being held accountable for these things. It wasn't funny. It was a racial attack.
Hold on
There's
a second. You think she can't do stand-up now?
Well, it depends who her audience is.
I think
you know,
she's-
like,
Her audience is her audience.
This week at GOP Chuckle Hut, Roseanne. No.
I'll be honest with you. Every small club in the country is going to be like if she puts up that she's
Yeah.
available to smaller clubs in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They don't mind taking a hit like that because they know that. All right, well, I have 100 seats and she could have filled
You don't
10,000
think-
normally.
You don't
Yeah.
think that she's toxic now?
No. Not for
I
small
wanna
events.
see- I
But
wanna
she
see-
also won't do it right now.
I want to
She's
see how it
gonna
plays.
wait.
I think
Yeah.
she's probably gonna lay low. She apologized right away.
well, they didn't want her to apologize. I was reading the right-wing sites, and they were like, she should not apologize. And they said, we will not stand behind her if she apologizes. Apparently, they don't like apologies at all. They want you to just say what you say.
And I
I don't like
Don't go
apologies
back.
in the entertainment industry, period.
Yeah.
Either way.
She did, though. I mean,
And-
she
and-
came right away and said, like, I'm terribly sorry for this. So now they've kind of turned on her a little bit.
That's the middle. That's really the middle of the country. If it was somebody
Yeah.
from one of the coasts, they would have been like, "No, this is what I do. Deal with it."
Yeah, that's right.
But they
Because coastals can get away with that. She's working for like Nebraska, Texas, Tennessee, and things like that.
The
They
trucker-
are the
the-
ones you have to
the
apologize to.
trucker wearing the trucker hat, like the hat,
Yeah, and that's
the
her
bag
audience.
hat.
She's
Yeah,
the
I know.
domestic goddess.
She started out of Utah, didn't she? Something like that.
I think she was Utah.
Yeah.
John, what do you think about this?
It's like you said, when you got the right to free speech, but sometimes you got to face the consequences because you said yourself,
It's a hot topic right now. She'll be the flavor of the week for now, and then something else will happen.
Yeah, then it was right.
There
But
you
should
go,
be
Kurt,
forgotten
right
about.
to the microphone.
Because everybody has, a very short memory.
So
Yeah. Plus, shouldn't Charlie Sheen, on the same note, have not even been given a show by effects? Like not even 6 months after he had a blow up.
Right.
Everybody's like, I would never support that. Really, you didn't support that? Because that's one of the highest rated cable television
absolutely
shows.
People
obviously notwistanding.
people
Raw.
have very short memories.
Yeah.
and they like what they like when they like it, then they forget. But it's weird how we're in the age of information where you have the world at your fingertips and can look up shit other than what you're comfortable in
And
your
people
safe
get
bubble.
offended very easily too.
Very, very easily. Very easily.
Yes. Well, we better wrap it up. So let's hear about where everybody's going to be next.
Good, John.
We're gonna be, John's going to be in his bed next because he's about to fall over from being so tired.
Well, yeah, but next thing I'm probably doing is this next week, 8:30 p.m. as always. Catch me here.
Okay.
How about
Anthony?
that?
The biggest one that I really want to advertise, 2 shows over at the Comedy Cove. The first of those is my show, Anthony Crescenzo and Friends, on June 24th. That's 7 p.m. start. We just got a write-up in Interrobang for that one. We've been doing a really, really good job with that. We always have like massive people on the show, and we don't advertise anybody. The other one is the Advanced Warning Tour, which is going to be on July 3rd. It's right before Independence Day. The reason we do that is because you have the next day off to recover. So if you want to get drunk and take an Uber home, that's on you. And you could just come down, have a good time, some offensive-ass jokes, and be like, I had a great time, and I didn't die because I didn't drive home after the show.
Right. Are you offering free tickets to homeless people?
I am telling every homeless organization, stay away from my shows.
Walk the other way before I use my
That's
car.
true. If you want to sponsor me, I will love homeless people for like 90 minutes.
He'll tolerate loving them.
Wow. All right, Kurt, you're up.
Well, we got next Friday night at Take 5 Gourmet Cafe right down the street here at 1065 Washington Boulevard in the Foxmoor Shopping Center. My booked Mike show that we have every month. This month we're doing a special show. The gentleman who finished in last place in a fantasy football league, as his punishment, has to do 10 minutes of stand-up that he wrote himself.
Oh, I love that.
10?
Yeah, that's the
great.
punishment.
That's messed up.
Well,
10
that's
minutes.
the thing. And then a couple of us comics are going to get up and critique his work.
Wow.
Yeah, but the problem is,
Mean.
what is that? That's me. I know it's
Hoping to
me.
get in on this.
I know, but the thing is that the last year's loser had to run a marathon in a 2:2. So
That's nowhere near as bad.
we might cut the guy some slack to 5. Let's see how bad he is.
Are you there?
Is Nick Kroll in this league? That's terrible.
I know. Hey,
At 5,
it's
get him
not
off
my
the
league.
stage.
It's not my league. Yeah, at 5, I'll probably I'll be
Like,
whiting
come
him
on.
at 5.
Are you there every Friday?
No, we're there every second Friday of the month.
Every
We
second
have to
Friday?
write that down, David.
We have to write that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
contact you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the same way as the way my show is. Yours is the
Yeah.
second Friday, mine is the
Yes.
the last Sunday of the
yes.
month. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So the whole thing is we come down there and we have a good time, and I have comics of all
Shapes and sizes.
safe shapes and sizes, all levels. I have beginners come in. John, you did your debut at my Take 5.
Is that where John bombed? I'm kidding.
No.
No,
That was on
leave-
Philly.
Oh, it's all right, John. We're gonna work on you. We're gonna get you working there. But the whole thing is, we have a really good time there. We really do. It's
Yeah,
a,
we're
it's a
gonna.
nice little place.
I think Marty and I are gonna show up because I work early on Friday. I think we should go out here.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
we
do
should
it.
do
Sounds
that.
great. So,
So listen, I want to wrap up. Gino, thank you for being patient. I know we ran a little over. We started a little late, but we have a lot of shy people, and it's hard to get stuff out.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
As you can tell.
Kurt, you're welcome anytime to come on the show.
Thank
We'll
you.
let you know.
Yeah, all of you guys. That was
And
really great.
coming up, June 12th is my birthday bash.
Yeah, they're having David's birthday bash, so stay tuned.
And I want to
for
be.
information about that.
Yeah, I want to be roasted. Definitely.
Okay.
So you
So
guys either
everyone's
have to.
invited.
well, that's a school board meeting that night, and I have to be at work that night. So I might,
You might have to call in.
I might have to call in
Call
if,
in
if
and
the
just-
school board will give me 5 minutes to go out.
5 minutes to call in. I want to
Yes.
be roasted, no matter what you say, or what you do on Facebook or whatever. I will not be offended. You can do
Okay.
anything you want.
If they get done by 10 o'clock, I'll call in.
Okay,
How's that?
and then we have real quick. We have what's that guy? We have an author coming in talking about aliens. We have an Elvis impersonator coming up, Richie Santa. Got a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. So,
Yes.
Gino, thank you for working the board.
Thank you.
Jerry,
Thank
if you're
you.
still watching, we love you. And I was only kidding before. It's all because of Jerry
I know you have
Petito.
to say that.
Thank you guys for all showing up and
Thank you.
adding some elements.
Cut
to the
his
show
mic.
tonight. Cut his
Got
mic.
his mic.
So
David.
we are ending. Yes.
No, I was just saying it.
Oh, David. David. So thank you guys for everything,
No
showing
problem,
up,
no
and
problem.
that's it. That ends tonight's show.
Bye, Hitler. Bye.
Anthony, never grow out a mustache and wear a Nazi hat, 'cause I just might say that to you.